Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. This is part 3 of the 2023 Black Friday fishing unboxings. If you haven't seen the first part 1 or part 2, I'll have it linked in the description, and make sure you come back next Sunday to see part 4. But today we have a reel unboxing from Tacklewarehouse and 2 new rods from American Legacy, so let's get into it. So the reel I got is from Tacklewarehouse. They changed their Black Fridays this year, and now it's in stages. And a couple weeks back, they had reels on sale. And I've been kind of thinking about jumping up to a 300 size reel. I do want to be a little bit more time in the big swim baits, but so I was going to try to find one on sale if I wanted to try it. Well, they had the Diawa Lexa 300s with the dual power handle wind grips. So I saw it on sale, and I remembered that Tacklewarehouse was running a deal for a while that if you bought a Diawa reel, you got an AFCO hoodie. Well, me thinking it's on sale, I probably won't get the hoodie. Nope, sure enough, when I put it in the inbox, in the cart, it said what hoodie I want. Size, sorry. So they sent you a AFCO Reaper. I don't know which one this is. An AFCO hoodie. So it's an $80 hoodie with the Diawa logo on the front. Dial logo in the back, AFCO on this sleeve, and Tacklewarehouse on this sleeve. So that's a super awesome deal. AFCO equipment are really nice, made here in America. They take products from overseas, but they all make them here. So you do pay a little extra price, but all my AFCO stuff I've had is really nice. So getting that hoodie for free practically. And the reel, I want to say they got it for like $150, and these Lexas are doing like $230, $240. So a great deal on that. So the rod I put it on is my Dobbins Champion 794 SB. It's only rated up to 3 ounces. I do want to get in a little bit heavier swim bait, so I'm going to see how this rod does. Mainly upgrade to the 5 power. But that Diawa Lexa on there looks really good. Definitely a weight difference, definitely a big weight jump from a 200 size Corrado to this. So we'll see how I like it, see how I do this year. Maybe worst case I'll go back to that Shimano Corrado on it, and then I'll just sell this and get something different. But I definitely want to try it. And it's got the, like I said, the dual power handles. It's got the one big handle, doesn't have the one little paddle. So super sweet about that. But this rod mainly is my A-rig rod, and try and get into more swim baits. So maybe going a bigger reel, maybe make it a little more comfortable. So let's see how it does. So now we got 2 rods that I picked up through American Legacy. Right before Black Friday, they had a doorbuster deal, and they threw Diamond rods on there for a discounted rate. So I picked up 2 at this time. I might get a couple more in the spring. I need to really figure out my arsenal. What do I need? What do I not need? I do want to get more Mavericks at that $100 price point. I think more people should see that rod at that price point. And it's a real easier price point to swallow and buy a new rod. It's a little bit harder to drop, like you're going to see a Caden and a Champion spinning rod. It's a little bit harder to swallow those price tags. So, but let's get into the rods and we'll see how I do. So already unboxed the rods. American Legacy's tubes are pretty nice. They're not the thickest tubes ever. Dobbins and Tacklewarehouse, I definitely think they're thicker, but they do a pretty good job. Their tubes are nice. I do appreciate on this order that they did wrap the middle section with bubble wrap, not just the ends. I think wrapping the middle is a big deal about making sure these guys do not get banged up. But check the rod out, it did have it, so we were all good to go there. But the spinning rod I picked up, if you can tell, it's a full handle. Super excited to see how I like about that. But picked up the Dobbins Champion 762 spinning rod. So that's a 7'6" 2 power. And the 2 power in Dobbins spinning rods is a medium light. This past year, before I started doing a bunch of YouTube videos, I built a ton of confidence in a longer spinning rod, throwing swim baits and fishing for smallmouth. I felt like I was bombing the swim baits farther, and I felt like I had more rod load. So if they came up and shook, I had more rod to take that shock load that the smallmouth were trying to do when they're jumping. So I've been thinking about getting a longer rod. I kind of hold out all year to see if maybe Dobbins would drop the cadence in a longer line, a 7.4, 7.6. They didn't. If they do, I'll definitely grab one down the line. But so this is going to be mainly a swim bait rod, spy bait, probably throw some footballs when it's really cold out. But really excited to see that. At this time, I'm just going to put my Shimano Marivel, which is also got from American Legacy. This is from their used section, so check out American Legacy's used section. I always buy the reels in excellent or mint condition. But this is a 3000. I might look into maybe a little bit more higher end reel for this. But for now, the Marivel will do just fine. So can't wait to check this out and come back in the springtime to see how I do with the rod. Now, this rod is no surprise. I've been talking about getting another one of these for months now. I think the first video I made a post about this rod is in October, and I've been loving it ever since. So I finally got another Dobyns Kadon 734 CB. Once again, if you are rocking Dobyns or you want to try a Dobyns crank rod and you don't care about budget, get a Kadon 734. This thing from medium divers from like 10 to 12 feet and lighter is phenomenal. Plenty of rod bend to launch any bait, sunny out, windy out, it don't matter. The rod is awesome. Yes, if you're fishing for a lot bigger fish, 8-10 pounders on a consistent basis, probably up to a 5 pounder, get a little extra beef. But if you're like me who catches a ton of 1 pounders and once in a while a rogue 3 or 4 pounder, this rod does awesome. It's so much fun to grab one rod and throw your entire line of crankbaits in your lineup and still have fun. I mean, you gotta at least have fun catching small dinks. So the 734 CB is a absolutely phenomenal rod, full grip of course. And if this is the first time you've been on this channel, 7'3", 4 power. So that's what 734 means. And the 4 power in the crankbait line, which is why it says CB after it, is a medium power. 1/4 to 3/4 ounce. But this thing is going to be more of my last video we saw us unbox a 250 MD. This rod will have a 250 MD on in the springtime. And once summertime comes, it'll be Cloud 9s and different other stuff from the 6. But reel, you saw I picked up a 70 MGL a couple videos back. And I've been wanting to get another MGL, and I wanted to get a Corrado 150, but just couldn't get one yet. So, but I had a Corrado DC laying around from my other rod that I'm actually replacing this rod in my lineup with. So we're gonna rock a Corrado DC for the year. It's a 150 series. It's an HG, it's a 7-speed. I've had this reel for about 2-3 years now. Corrados are awesome, really good reels, and then you slap DC technology inside it, you can sling some bait. So with the other one being mainly a 12 pound, 10 pound, a lighter crank, I think I'm gonna start the year off with 12 in the spring, and maybe once the summertime comes, I'll probably jump over to 16, because a lot of the lakes in the summertime fish, they're not as deep, and then with how far the DC technology will get a bait out, I can usually get 16 to pretty much max depth on my crankbait. So super excited for that. I'm so happy to finally get another 734 in the lineup. Hopefully if Dobyns does come out with a 764, I will probably pick that one up as well. I'm really digging these rods a lot. So I know it was a little bit of a ramble on the crankbait rod. I just am in love with that 734 CB. I think it's the best crankbait rod for anyone to jump into. I really would like if Dobyns came out with a 4 power crankbait rod in the lighter lines, like the Maverick series or the Fury. They have a 705, but I really think they should put a 734 down there, and I think that would sell really well. But anyway, so once again, both rods are still wrapped, or no, sorry, Champion's not wrapped, the Kadon's still wrapped, but I still U40 everything. Yeah, I use U40 cork seal. You're spending that kind of money on a rod, it's just better just to put the U40 on there and just so you know it's good to go. Your cork's good, it's cork sealed, not gonna have any kind of weird issues with it. I know some people do, some people don't, but I U40 my rods. Someone had to get those two rods U40'd up. But that's really it. I want to make this video kind of short because next video is going to be a little bit of a long one. It's a big upgrade. It's maybe my biggest unboxing I've ever done. It's the most amount of money I've ever spent on anything in my channel wise or fishing period. I'm really excited to do it. So contact back next video for that. It'll be up next Sunday. But for now, I appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. And once again, you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, it'll be linked in the description. Come back next Sunday to see part 4. Until then,